Oh yeah, good evening and welcome to another fantastic episode of AUSHAMMER. You've got me, the real Brynley, and my new co-host, Lisa. As you can see, I've traded for a much better model. Nah, I'm kidding. Ryan's still here. Give a shout out, Ryan.
I thought I was off the hook for a second there.
As you can see, we're joined by two fantastic people. I've got Lisa Sherrington from Brisbane, and we've got Emma from Objectives Secured.
Hey.
Give a shout out.
Whereabouts are you, Emma? You're in like Western Australia, almost not in Australia at all?
That's right. We're just almost in the ocean, so yeah.
Winning.
All over it. That's pretty good. All right, man. So, doing a special ladies' night tonight. It's going to be pretty exciting. We did have a third person, Jemma from the Heralds of War. She cannot join us, unfortunately. She might jump in later. We're just trying to sort out some technical issues, but show must go on. So hopefully you'll be able to jump up in no time. But yeah, so this is Lee's special. We're gonna have
Ladies' night.
Yeah, Lee's night. It's gonna be exciting.
Yep. You get free cocktails tonight.
Yeah, you get free cocktails.
Apparently free cocktails and free Vegemite and cheese sandwiches. You both disgust me.
Mighty might.
That is the worst. There is something wrong with Australians, and it is no small thing.
Nah, we're fine. Anyway, what's our first segment? What's our first segment for the night?
News, dude. Let's go straight into news.
Oh man. Well, I mean, we had a pretty big weekend this weekend. Like, between jumping around. So yeah, we went down to the Age of Sigmar Australian Master, the first one to ever occur, and then we dropped in on Capalaba, and then we dropped in on Irresistible Falls, and we just had like a big road trip of a day where Ryan was doing lots of driving. There's heaps of videos on our Twitter and Facebook, so if you guys want to hit that up, it's going to be really exciting. But I suppose the big news is the results from the Australian Masters. So we're just going to cut straight to it. You guys who are watching, you guys know what it's all about. This was the first Australian Masters that was held in Lutwyche. It's been pretty exciting, it's been pretty big. So the first person off the ranks was David Kerr, who took out first place. Congratulations, man. Big kudos to your crazy Zeech list. Then we've got Chris Welfare, runner-up, and then Matt Campbell in third place, which was actually really, really amazing. And Chris, he was running Stormcast Eternals as per usual, and then Matt Campbell was running Blades of Corn, which was pretty exciting. We'll play a bit more in-depth chat about the list. Ryan, what's happening over in New Zealand?
Yeah, so on the same days, so the second and third, in Wellington, which is the capital of New Zealand for all you Australians that think it's Auckland. Fields of Blood, the New Zealand Masters. Like I said, it's on in Wellington. I think that was like the 9th or 10th Masters that they've had. And it's pretty cray-cray. It's 6 rounds using 1,750 point armies. There's no Forge World stuff allowed. It's pretty awesome. I think first was Dave Hodgetts. I'm really sorry if I get your names wrong or anything like that. Basically, the top two I think were Astra Militarum, which was interesting to see, followed by Eldar. So it's pretty full on actually. From what I hear, it was really, 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 really cool. And they've been doing it for a while over there. So this was apparently one of the most competitive Masters events yet over there for 40K. So it was interesting for me even, and I hate 40K. So yeah.
Big surprise, Ryan reporting on 40K and Brynley reporting on Age of Sigmar. I think that has to be a AUSHAMMER first.
Hey man, when my whānau over in New Zealand have a tournament, I'm going to talk about it.
Gonna have a big whine about it.
Makes me homesick.
Makes you homesick.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go there one day. We'll do like an AUSHAMMER road trip to.
Yeah, I can see you getting beaten up real quick. That'd be awesome. Actually, let's do that. I will start playing.
Can we go to the Shire? Can we go to Middle Earth in New Zealand and like do a show from there?
That is like the most nerdiest thing you've ever said to me ever.
The greatest idea ever.
Well, you know what we should do then? We should both build a Lord of the Rings army and then go and play it at the Shire.
Oh, yeah, Jemma Shepherd's good now. Can you join her in?
Can I join her in? I think that we can manage that.
We can do that. Power of technology, I love it. Pretty good.
But yeah, dude. So that was that for the news.
Do you have any local events over in New Zealand? I got a couple of local events in Brisbane.
Yep. So do yours first, and I'll invite Jemma as we go.
All right. So we've had. So as we know, everything's coming to Christmas. We're all starting to wind down. It's starting to get a bit quieter. A little bit. People are not wanting to do much because everyone's getting lazy and fat on, rumbles and cake and developing general alcohol problems. Children, yeah, getting sick of children. So we've got a lot less events happening in our neck of the woods. I don't know what it's like over in Western Australia. You guys got many events going on?
We've got one coming up that I should really know when it is. I know where it is. It's at Good Games in Morley, but I can't remember the date, and it's Age of Sigmar, so we've got one coming up. Yeah,
wicked. Well, let's say there's an event coming up over there. We don't have much as well. I mean, the next event for Warhammer at Mount Gravatt, it's going to be the 13th, 14th, and 20th, and that's going to be Tiny Hammer for Lord of the Rings, Age of Sigmar, and 40k respectively. And then Warhammer Chermside. Actually, there's a bit of a theme that starts developing as we're reading out these events. So 26th of December, they've got a Necromunda event. Warrior Lodge, they're not back until the 7th of January, which is their first club day. Northern Knights, they've got their 15th of December AGM. If you're interested and you're up this way, drop on down. It'd probably be pretty interesting to see how they run stuff. The next group, Ace Comics and Games, they run a Necromunda League, which is on the 23rd of December. Then also on the 23rd of December, they've got a 40k monthly tournament, which is pretty exciting. Pubhammer, they've got their 16th of December 40k tournament that's going to be held at the Mount Gravatt store, so that's going to be pretty exciting. Irresistible Force, they've actually got a Shadespire intro tournament on the 9th of December this year, which is going to be really interesting. I don't think anyone else is running a Shadespire intro tournament. Have you heard anything? Ryan hasn't heard anything. No. Anyway, intro tournament should be exciting. If you're into Shadespire, which a lot of people are, definitely go down and check it out. You don't have to paint a lot of miniatures, which is what I like about it. Battle Station Toowoomba, 17th of December. They've got the Blight Before Christmas. It's a 40k tournament. Not entirely sure what that's entailing, but I'm sure the Heralds of War will probably have something on their page about it. Then next year, we've got the 17th and 18th of February. ARC 40k is going to be happening in 2018, so that's going to be another big event. We've got the usual CanCon, Call to Glory, Call to Glory, Call to Glory, and then the 40k.
Oh, did you just get it right for the first time ever, you useless bastard?
It's a big name. Yep. I've got a lot to read. And then, so that's the two big events. IDC, it's going to be massive. And then Outpost 6030, I don't think they've got anything coming up. And then, yeah, that's been it. But the two big events that recently happened were the Masters events, which we will probably be talking about a bit more, hopefully, when
there's no girls around, and we can really get into all the nerdy stuff.
We can get all talk nerdy and
yeah, that's it. All right. Well, so other than the Masters, that's just happened over in NZ. There's the Hut Miniature Wargamers Club. They're holding an annual Valleycon convention over the Auckland anniversary weekend. That's the 27th and 28th of January. That's pretty close. The tournament systems that are currently on offer there are Age of Sigmar, Bolt Action, DBMM, Flames of War, Warhammer 40k, War Machines, and Hordes. So that's pretty. That's going to be a big one. Now there's a link to the website for any of our friends over in NZ that are watching, or anybody in Australia that wants to take a quick trip over there. So that's going to be awesome. And then a bit later on in the year, there's NapCon 2018. So that's in Hamilton. and Hamilton Immortals will be hosting that con. And it's at the Cosy Club, the Hamilton Cosmopolitan Club, and that's happening on the 31st of March, which is a Saturday, and then Sunday the 1st of April, and Monday the 2nd of April as well. So it's a pretty big one, and that's it for the start of the year in NZ. Those guys need some more tournaments, man.
Yeah, that's only like 3 tournaments going on there.
Well, that's just a few that I'm aware of. So we're only just starting to talk to our mates over in NZ, and we really want to find out more. So if you're a tournament organizer, or if you're running a club or anything like that, then definitely get in touch, because we're always keen to shout out any of the events that you've got going on. I have to say a big thank you to Ryan Toll from the Warhammer 40k New Zealand page, and because he actually got that information for me on pretty short notice as well. So if any of you 40k fans are out there, go jump on the 40k Warhammer 40k New Zealand page as well, because there's from what I was seeing this afternoon, there's some pretty awesome minis painted and stuff on there, and it's always good to get to know more people in the community. Jemma, it's nice to see the afternoon shift just finally arrived.
Sounds like you had a lot of technical difficulties getting on the show. We're happy to see you there, and we're glad you could join us.
Yes, thank you. I did. I had it all set up last night, ready to go, and then just as I went to connect to it just before, it said no.
Computer says no.
So for those of you who aren't familiar, this is Jemma Shepherd. She's an avid Heralds of War member/player, and recently competed in the prestigious event of the first Australian Age of Sigmar Masters. So very, very, very exciting. We're glad to have you joining us for Ladies' Night.
Yes, thank
so
you.
Lisa was making Cosmopolitans, I believe, as well, but she hasn't moved.
Espresso martini.
Yeah.
So far, all you've accomplished is cheese and Vegemite sandwiches.
And coffee. And coffee.
That's so wrong. Okay, so that's it for news, as far as I'm aware as well, Brynley.
That's pretty much it. I mean, the big event for us was certainly doing what we did on the weekend, which was going down to the Age of Sigmar Masters put on by Heralds of War, and they did an amazing job for it. We had a blast. For the scant hour and a bit that we were there, we didn't cover the whole thing, but it was amazing being able to catch up with everyone mid tournament on the second day, and then towards the end, big shout out to the Heralds of War, Clint, for doing all the stuff behind it, the tournament organizers, and again all the players. It was good to see a lot of people, and we managed to catch up with Cranky Liam while he was getting a bit salty over, I can't remember what. It was
Wildwoods. Yeah.
Yeah, his Wildwoods or something, not having enough. I'm pretty sure I saw a picture on Facebook of him trying to torch his list.
Yeah, he'll probably join us in a week or two, maybe after Christmas, and we can talk about it. Because it'll also be nice to get Luke on, one of the local boys as well, who competed. So we'll definitely go over it, and we've got a bunch of videos and stuff. Brynley was a major ass hat when we went through the drive-through at KFC and tried to see if he could pay for our meals with buttons. So,
Full stop after the ass hat.
Explanation required. I think people need
yeah. All right. So, ladies, I'm glad that all three of you are here now. Tonight we've got a very special edition of Guess That Booty. Now, Brynley, I need you to get out your crayon and your handy dandy notebook.
Yeah, hold on.
So, when Brynley, thank God he's wearing pants. When Brynley's getting his crayon, the rules of the game are really simple. I'm going to show you a picture of a bum, and instead of it being miniatures tonight, ladies, it's actually going to be some sexy men.
Yeah.
So just so you know, I had to surf the internet looking at pictures of men's bums to bring this to you tonight, and
well,
needless to say, my partner was a bit shocked and concerned. So when we do this, if you think you know the owner of the bum, call out your name, and your name will be your buzzer, and then you can have a guess. Okay, so there's only 7 bums tonight because 7 was my limit. I couldn't get any more bums after that.
I think I'm all out of crayons.
But Brynley, who's your money on, buddy?
Oh, who could guess? But I reckon it's gonna be Emma.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Emma.
You're competing.
Wait, you can't.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know what, Jemma, you're pretty competitive, so my money's on you.
All right.
Right, hold on. All right, let me just do the.
Oh God, how long does it take you to get a crayon? Is that safety ready? Because you know you're only allowed child safety ones.
Oh yeah. Wait. I can't find
when you're
crayon.
ready, take your time. You know, it's not like we're live or anything. All right, cool.
Yeah, we're good.
So again, call your name out if you think you know the butt, or even if you don't, just have a guess. Let me just make sure of. Okay, ladies. I can't believe we're doing this, Brynley.
Really? I mean, it was going to come to this point eventually. Like.
All right, guess that booty. Guess that booty.
Jemma.
Jemma?
Yep.
I'm just taking a wild guess. Are you allowed to give us any clues?
Can I give any clues?
I was going to say Channing Tatum, but I don't know if it's quite...
Sorry, did you just say Channing Tatum?
I did.
No way. Oh!
Watch Magic Mike.
So how many times have you watched the Magic Mike series?
Look, I probably can't count it on one hand. Let's just say that.
All right, Brynley, mark that down, ladies. This is the next one. Guess that booty.
It's the wrong name.
Emma.
Cool.
Is it Chris Hemsworth?
Hey!
My God, that is impressive.
How can you tell?
Yeah, how can you tell?
It's okay. So far, all I've been able to tell is one was wearing pants and one wasn't.
Right. You'll probably get one of them.
All right, ladies, next up, here we go. Guess that booty.
They're crickets.
It's a booty.
I'm going to give you a clue on this one. It's a recent booty, and this booty is currently on a boat.
On a boat?
Yes.
I'm going to need more.
TV series.
Oh, are you on a boat? Okay, Jemma.
Jemma?
I don't know if I got this right, but is he in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I can't give you the name of the show.
Okay. I don't know whether you mean like on a boat as in if he sang the song like I'm on a boat. I can't
No,
remember.
like that was filmed on a boat. The scene was on a boat.
Yeah, I can't remember his actual name though. He's Lonely Island is the band that he was in, if that's any consolation, but I don't know if I'm anywhere close there.
I need a name.
Let's Google.
I'll give you one more clue. The night this was filmed, it wasn't just winter that was coming.
Oh. No, I can't remember. I can't think of his name.
Lisa?
Lisa?
The Game of Thrones guy?
You know what? I'm going to give you half a point.
Yeah, Jon Snow. It's all that was coming into my head.
One half.
It's Kit Harington.
Oh, that's in there.
You can tell, look at him, he's just peering at you with those innocent eyes saying, I know nothing.
Mm.
That wasn't my cousin. Do you think?
What? No, I'm not even going there. All right. Next one, ladies. Here we go. Guess that booty. Lisa?
Chris Evans.
My God, that is scary. You can't even see the bum. How did you even...
How do you even...
That's not another teen movie.
Oh my God. Wow. Ryan, I thought this show was gonna suck, but like they're actually guessing the butts.
All right. Next one. This one should be a bit more difficult. Guess that booty.
Oh,
Are you saying "ooh, nice booty" or "ooh, you might know"?
no. Oh, I know who it is, but I can't remember it. Oh, no.
It is a nice booty, though.
It is, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I'll give you a clue.
Is it David Beckham?
Who said that?
Emma. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's the footballer guy.
This is. You guys are actually worried. I'm actually worried. Are you guys partners watching this?
It's because he had Brooklyn written above his butt. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure that's what you were looking at. All right, ladies. Next one. Guess that booty.
Oh, Jemma.
Oh.
Jemma.
Are we going Deadpool or Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, there we go.
I would not be straight for this man. 100%.
It makes you feel that I forgot my own name then looking at that. So.
All right, so this is the last one. It's a bit more difficult.
Tiebreaker.
There's a chance that it may not be a man. Guess that booty.
Oh.
I'll give you a clue. He's pretty good at archery.
Oh, Orlando Bloom. Yes. I didn't say Jemma, though.
I'm just going to throw this out here that Brynley guessed that. And I'm just sitting here going, no, it's not.
I thought he was completely naked when he was on that thing. I think we got ripped off.
So, just real quick there, Brynley, who won that?
Right, so in third place, we've got Lisa on 1.5 points. In second place, we've got Emma on 2 points. And the winner for the first ever ladies' night, Guess That Booty, is Jemma.
That is scary.
Wow, wow. That was unexpected.
I'm impressed. Wow, yep. Brynley, let's never ever speak of this night ever again.
Nah, except on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook.
So, I don't know what I'm scarred. I had to look at men's asses for like 45 minutes to get those photos.
Not like we're going to question.
We really appreciate your sacrifice.
I know, yeah, it was for the greater good. I was pulling a towel. And also, I am Golem. Congratulations on guessing Deadpool and Orlando Bloom as well. I don't know whether to be impressed or worried. But yeah, there we go. And also, thank you to Scott. Our Christmas hats are amazing. Emma, I think, has outdone us all with the earrings that go as well. Anyway, so that's Guess That Booty, and that you guys are scary good at that.
Yes.
Scary good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is ask you girls a question. Just want to know what you've been up to the past week, and it has to be Warhammer related. Now, that's going to be easy for some and frustrating for others. So, so what we're going to do is we'll start with you, Emma, if that's all right. What have you been up to for the past week?
So I have written, I don't know how many blog posts that need to go up about, so we had our 40K WA Masters on the 18th and 19th of November, week off to recover, and I've spent the week writing blog posts about that, getting the photos ready to go up, writing blog posts about different events that we've got and booking our events for next year.
Cool. And that blog stuff, can we find that at objectivesecure.com.au, yeah?
We surely can.
Oh, yeah. So you've been pretty busy, actually, because none of that's easy.
really not. And you know, like it takes probably 15 minutes to read a blog post. It takes 2 or 3 hours to actually write it, and so you know, I do tend to write a lot. So yeah.
Do your stories always start with like, so we got up and then we spent 45 minutes looking for Michael's other sock because he couldn't find it, and then the keys were missing, so I had to help him find the keys, and then he burnt his toast, so I had to find the Weet-Bix for him. Is that about it?
There's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of making fun of him and going, yep, so Mick did this, but that's okay because we did this and it worked out anyway. So
sweet.
So Mick didn't think this would work, but I did it anyway, and here's what we've done. So please like it because he told me that nobody would. So
so you're like, so Michael told me that I shouldn't do this because it's not going to work. So fuck that guy. So I went and did it anyway, and then it worked. And then you just sort of take a photo. Yeah, that's really cool. I like it. I'm sorry, Michael, but I'm on his side tonight. Jemma, what about you? I think you probably got a bit to share.
I have had a rather busy last week actually because I got pretty lost with my painting for Masters. I thought I was going to have it all done, and I thought it was going to be very easy because there's not very many models, and I may have taken off too many days of not painting them, and then had this mad rush right at the end and late nights trying to finish the models. I'm not sure if that was the smartest idea, but I'm pretty sure there's probably a few people that have done the same thing with it. I also was putting some stuff together. I was having some practice games as well. Like I was trying to get maybe 1 to 2 games a week in. Unfortunately, luck wasn't on my side. I didn't seem to. I did lose 5 out of the 5 games in the weekend, but I had the most amount of fun there. So the painting is probably one of my favorite parts of the hobby as well, just because you can do whatever you want with them. Like you can be super creative, you can convert stuff if you want to, you can paint them whatever colors you want to as well, which leaves everything up to your imagination. And like when you go to events and you see other people's armies, it's just pretty inspiring sometimes because other people are so creative as well.
So you got the moral victory for the weekend then?
Yeah, yes.
If
I was drinking, I probably would have just got the drunk victory, but I had to drive, so I wasn't allowed to do that.
Always take a sober driver. That's the only reason why I invite Brynley anywhere, like ever.
So you're the sober driver?
I was a sober driver, yeah, I know. All right, cool. Yeah. So how do you fit in 2 games a week, though? Like on a good week, that must be hard.
That's really cool.
Well, I'm pretty lucky here because I'm about 20 minutes away from the local shop, for one, and I also have a lot of space in my house at the moment as well. So we have one table set up in the house at all times, and then we also have a painting table. The mats come in handy, so we just roll them out too. You don't have to really do much. You just clear the kitchen table kind of thing and then just roll one out and you're good to go. The local shop up here...
Nothing sus.
Nothing sus.
And the local shop up here has got like 16 tables ready to go as well. So
holy crap!
Yeah, it's quite a large shop, and everyone up there is super keen for gaming at the moment. So all I had to do was write on the page in Toowoomba, and I was always getting some responses on there. So I was very lucky, and I appreciate all the games that I had to prepare for Masters. So
that's pretty cool.
Easy. Yeah, Thursdays are our gaming night up here. So I was getting 1 game on a Thursday, and then I would just any other day really that anyone could come and either come over my house or meet me up there. I was pretty desperate to get in and have another one.
So if somebody, I don't know, decided that they wanted to come up there and try their luck against you on the table, whereabouts would they go?
Toowoomba. So there is a shop up in Toowoomba called Battle Station, and I'm usually there every Thursday night playing Age of Sigmar. So any other night, it's open till 10 o'clock, so it's really good for people who finish work late. So you can actually get there after work, which is fantastic, because a lot of people do finish at 5 and they can head up there and roll some dice. So the community is quite large in Toowoomba as well. So on a Thursday night, you'd probably see 3, 4, maybe even 5 tables of AoS at any given time playing. So I think that's pretty cool. And we've just got a whole heap of new people as well. So we're pretty busy up there, actually. I've been very lucky with games.
Wow. Okay. And Brynley, nobody cares about you. So Lisa, what's been crack-a-lackin'?
I was painting a whole bunch of Escher. I got Irresistible Forces Escher gang that I was painting up. Mike is there? Okay. And originally I had them, and they were sitting there for about a week, completely unpainted, completely built, until I was like, oh, hey, I'm picking them up on Friday. And I'm like, 3 days to paint them. Okay. So spent almost every night after work just painting Escher girls. It was really fun.
So, assuming as you like to paint, is there any chance that after the show you could maybe spend 10 minutes telling Brynley what a useless asshat he is and that he needs to paint my fucking Hurricaneum?
Oh, I tell him all the time.
Yeah.
He's not
Is there
listening.
any reason you're not painting your own model? Just wondering.
Yeah. Okay, I'll show you why. You ready? You see that?
Big fingers.
Also, my other hand's broken. It's stuck like this permanently.
I can't paint in miniatures. This was weird. I just
So how many on a good week? How many minis do you think you could paint, Lisa?
Oh, well, I managed to do 10 in 3 days, so that was good.
That's more than I've ever painted ever.
But normally I like to get just individual models, just characters, and I'll spend a whole fortnight or 3 or 4 weeks painting just one model. I'm a bit of a perfectionist.
Holy crap! So after this, we're going to make sure that Lisa sends through some pictures of her stuff to Brynley, and Brynley's going to post them on our Facebook page. We're going to make sure that Jemma sends us a photo of her army that she used to gain the moral victory at the Masters tournament. And also, if you don't mind, Emma, I would love a photo of you just throwing something at Michael. Anything, it doesn't need to be plastic. But
Oh, sweet.
yeah, cool.
just pick up and launch something. Small child rocks.
Awesome. I've got a sledgehammer just next to the front door.
Michael's sitting somewhere going, no, she'll do it, don't.
She doesn't need encouragement.
We need video evidence for our Twitter.
All right, so
Yeah.
the last thing before we get into our main segment as well was we get a lot of questions come through on our book face, on our Twitter sphere, the face Twitter, whatever they're called these days.
Busy. It's been really busy.
And I was going through some of them to try and pick one out. And then this dude, Ollie Newcomb, messaged us randomly. And he said he's getting into Dark Eldar. I don't know what that is, Brynley. Is that like 6th edition AoS or something?
It's like Age of Sigmar, but a little bit cooler with guns and spaceships.
But shitter. Okay, cool, gotcha. I will mute you again, you bastard. And he wanted to know how best to transport his models around. He said battle foam seems to be the go-to, but it's pricey and all done in America. Do we know of any other solutions for packing up raiders, venoms, flyers, blah, 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 blah. So that's the question that I'm going to answer tonight. And the answer is anything good costs money when it comes to transporting your G-dub stuff. I've used foam from Clark Rubber and stuff like that, and it hasn't ended well. A couple of the guys in my gaming group got me onto these cases. What was that?
It's such a pain in the ass to cut the foam from Clark Rubber down to the right size. And
oh, girlfriend, you got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so and you would know more than most, Emma, because you guys transport a metric shit ton of plastic.
We really do.
Yeah, so when it comes to
like, that you talk about, I've actually got one in the house as well.
Yeah, well, there's these cases that some of the boys in my gaming group put me onto, and they're really, really cool. So I wanted to share this with Ollie just to say thank you very much for sending in your question.
Check that out.
These are what I would suggest. There's a link to this page in the description below already, but they are really cool, like badass cool. These are the display cases, obviously, from tablewar.com, and magnetization is where it's at these days, I reckon. Chuck some magnets on the bottom of your guys and just stick them into these shelves. They're so cool.
Yeah,
So some of the guys in my gaming group have got it. I like to dribble and drool over them because they just look absolutely amazing.
Actually, high quality. Holds together really well. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn cool. So I would, Ollie, if you're out there, buddy, thank you very much for tuning into our show and asking such an awesome question. If anybody out there wants to carry their minis around and then also be able to just display them when they get to a GT, it's pretty bloody awesome. They're pretty awesome. So grab yourself one of them, I reckon. Yep.
I just keep buying those cheap little display boxes from Daiso and blue tacking them on the bottom.
I was yeah, blue tack's pretty bad, especially if you've got a free guild army of like 180 models.
Yeah.
Maybe just
It drove me nuts.
Field. I don't know. Maybe get a real army.
Oh, so that brings us to our next segment. Brynley, go fuck yourself. So in this segment, what we do is we all just ignore Brynley.
Oh.
I'll find a paper bag somewhere.
Yeah, that's it. If you could just put a pillow over his face, that'd be amazing. So our main segment tonight is obviously it's all about ladies. It's ladies' night. Brynley and I are just here to help facilitate it. And what we wanted to know was, obviously, do you play? If you don't, you know, what part of your life has Warhammer in it? Does your partner play, or are you the player? How do you feel about it? Is it good? Is it bad? All that sort of stuff. And we're really lucky because the three of you span the whole spectrum. I'm pretty sure you'll all have a different perspective, and you've all got something. You're all in a different part of the hobby. So I'm really looking forward to this. And seeing as we started with Emma last time, I'll start from the other side. Lisa, do you play Warhammer?
I can probably count the amount of games I've played on one hand. So I'm more of a painter.
You should feel ashamed of yourself.
I know. I'm hiding.
On behalf of everybody here tonight, I apologise to the Warhammer community for Lisa's lack of games. There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
But she's got a 100% win rate. Like, how's that a bad thing?
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it, actually.
Yeah.
You've played more games than Ryan's won, so that's pretty good.
Oh, that's the worst. Jemma, obviously, we already know that you play, but how long have you been playing for?
So I started playing fantasy back when I was probably 18 years old, and so that's nearly 10 years ago. I didn't really click with it back then. I thought it was a bit too complicated, so I stopped playing after a few years. To be honest, I was pretty much only playing because my partner Michael was playing, and at that time we didn't live with each other, so I thought, you know, it'd be a great way to spend time with each other is to play this game. Unfortunately, I kind of just lost interest in it, and I stopped playing after a couple of years. So then I started playing probably in 2016. I heard about this AoS, so I got back into it just before the GHB came out of that year, and they really simplified the game, and I just loved it, and I have loved it ever since.
Yeah,
I've been playing it ever since, and it's
well, that's very much like Brynley. He started playing for a cute guy as well.
Yeah. Met this guy called Ryan at a local club. Started going over his house, showed me how to roll dice, and I showed him how to love a real man.
Bloody hell. This shit just got real. Ella, do you play? Have you played?
No, I don't play. So I played one game of Blood Bowl probably going on 20 years ago, and they refused to play with me ever again.
Excellent.
And haven't played since, basically. So no, I came into this game, I'm married into it, and now it takes up most of my life.
Married into wargaming. That's brilliant. Michael.
Were you married under the eyes of Sigmar?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Star Trek theme song as one of our wedding songs. Like,
wow.
Seriously.
That is probably the single greatest thing I've heard, like, maybe ever.
Yeah, it's something.
Oh,
Lisa,
it's really good because we're friends with Emma's husband, and he's a really nice guy, and this is really fun for me because Emma's going to give me a lot of dirt tonight that will be used against him constantly, and I'm really looking forward to that. So you married into Warhammer, so that's cool. Lisa,
how long have you been doing it?
About 4.5, 5 years, I think.
But what got you into it?
Well, my partner had been painting and playing since he was like 14 or 15. And so when we first started dating, he had like this big display case. And he started showing me all of his miniatures, and I'm like, that's actually really, really cool. They look really cool painted. I've never seen this before. My dad used to have like the giant Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic Park, and that was about it. So I'd seen that. I've seen that before.
You got your dad into historical wargaming though.
Yeah.
As of really recent.
He was telling us how before I was born, he used to paint, the little historical war miniatures. We're like, well, why'd you stop? Why'd you stop?
You came along and kids. So,
yeah. I'm just like, well, you've got a daughter who paints now and a son who paints and plays as well. What's stopping you? So we got back into it because of me and my brother.
So what was the first thing that went into your mind when you realised that your partner likes to roll dice and move little plastic men around on a table?
Well, I already knew it was weird, so...
Yeah.
No, he was showing me all these ones that he painted up, and I was like, wow, you're really talented.
So you were like just... So for you it was cool. You were like, yep, this is the one. I'll take this guy.
That looks really cool.
Yeah.
And I'd always done like painting in high school, but giant like big paintings that kind of sucked. And then I did makeup artistry, and I did a lot of like
makeup stuff.
Yeah, I did a lot of.
Can you fix Brynley's face for him?
We did.
I mean, he's haunting.
It's really hard.
You can't fix perfection, Ryan.
Oh my God, how humble are you? So Jemma, when
I was like, oh, I'll buy you some. He got really excited. He's like, I'll buy you some. You can paint with me. It'll be awesome. You can sit there and we'll talk. We'll paint. And so he bought me my first lot of dark Eldar Scourge that I think I called the Flappy Wing Guys for a year. Oh, and
that's pretty. So it was love at first mini. Okay. And Jemma, what about you? How's I mean, you mentioned before that your partner plays as well. So is that one of those things that you guys now just sort of, like date night and stuff like that? Do you guys have a game against each other where you're really competitive, and you're always trying to sort of best each other?
Well, I'd have to say I'm not sure how well it would go down for him because I think I'd just beat the pants off him every time.
Oh, you go, girl.
Yeah, just saying it as a joke.
Popular.
Actually, we hobby more as a date night. We don't really play games against each other. It's more of a hobby. So I'm the same. Like we'll paint together, we'll put stuff together. It's also a little bit more of a motivating thing for us too, because we can get stuck in ruts where we don't really want to do anything. So it's a good thing that we both live together, so we can kind of push each other to get stuff done, because we're pretty slack. So most of our stuff is, I'm going to start this army for a tournament in 2 weeks, and we're like, oh, so we both kind of get in and motivate each other to paint that single army together for that tournament. We've done that a few times, but we rarely play a game against one another, honestly, which I think is pretty funny since, you know, we both play. We never actually play.
Is that because one day you guys just decided to play Monopoly and one of you table flipped, and now you just won't play board games?
Yeah, it was more of on the Xbox though. Like we played this stuff on the Xbox, like Mortal Kombat, and I just kept beating him to death. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm out. I'm done."
Oh, that is. What? Hang on, sorry. Just more importantly, what games were you beating him at?
Well, geez, I have to look up there on my shelf. Mortal Kombat was one. Well, we'd play Skyrim on different things. I'd probably have higher levels of guys on Skyrim. We played Destiny as well. Well, we played a lot of games together. We were pretty on par with one another. With games.
Damn, you go, girl.
Oh, yeah.
And Emma, every time your lovely husband decides to do another tournament or travel overseas for another match or anything like that, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The thing that comes to my mind is, how much is this going to cost us? And when, like what you guys were saying about 2 weeks before a tournament, start painting this army. Yeah, so how much am I going to have to nag him to get the damn army painted, and am I going to see him for 2 weeks leading up to that, because he's going to paint the army, you know, we're not going to see him for how many days because he's left it right to the last minute to paint the army.
So you're sort of the motivator, the team leader, the manager even?
Well, that's a very polite way of putting nag, but yeah, we'll go with that.
We can use nag if you like. I don't want to be in a video of you throwing things at me. So
being polite. Yeah.
But somebody's got to do it, right?
Well, without it, yeah. I mean, when we first got together and he was painting for tournaments, who was starting it the day before, and you know, 4 a.m. the day of the tournament, he'd be finishing, but his tank would be tied together with shoelaces while the glue dried. He'd be getting to the tournament and putting the spray paint on outside the event.
So
it's healthy.
So, you know, I've just noticed that when you were saying that, Jemma was like, "Yeah, I know what she's talking about."
Yeah,
definitely can relate to that.
So that we're already forming like a sisterhood here, ladies. I'm loving it. Brynley, you're not part of it. You should just lead. So basically, every time Michael has a successful tournament or anything like that, we should just send a message to you thanking you for all of your hard work.
If he's managed to get there with a painted army, most definitely, yes.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I can keep that in mind. All right, so all of you have Warhammer in your personal life and in your relationship as well. Is there any downsides to it, to Warhammer?
Pretty sure my wife would say that it would be like everything, because she's just married this nerd who hangs out with this strange man on weekends. So
I think I keep stepping on people's heads.
I'm sorry, you keep what?
Stepping on people's heads.
You really shouldn't do that. I'm pretty sure that's illegal in like every state of Australia.
Painting happens and the building happens, and so I keep stepping on little bits of sprue all over the floor, and they hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Brynley, don't let her near my hurricane. Don't let her near my plastic, Brynley.
That stuff?
Anything with a head.
Lisa, pick this up.
I will ruin you.
Now eat it.
There's no heads on there.
Yeah.
So Jemma, have you ever had an argument over who gets the next starter box?
There may have been a few discussions over that. No, we're pretty good actually. Actually, I have to say Michael's he's pretty generous. So if one of us wins a voucher or something, it usually goes to the next project together. if that makes sense. So we don't really argue over much. It doesn't sound very fun. Like there's no arguing. There's no.
Why is there no arguing? It's supposed to be like an episode of Roxanne. You're supposed to be throwing stuff.
The one thing I do though is he did have a he did like Nurgle before me, and I just took over the whole Nurgle train there, and I took his whole army. I've taken it to tournaments. I've done everything with it, and he hasn't used it at all. I've kind of claimed it, so I did take that off of him, and I still claim it. That's all mine. It's in a cabinet over there. But
he needs to fight back.
No, he doesn't.
Smart, ladies, is that smart?
Yeah,
like you can do
not.
you can do like a match for like pink slip sort of thing, like army ownership though.
Oh, well,
if he beats you, he gets to play
it.
with his Nurgle.
I think I can play a game for it. Like I'll play a game for it. If you win the game, I'll consider giving you the.
Fair enough.
Roll some dice. Isn't that how the world works?
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much. Yeah, actually. Yeah, you bang on. You played a lot of games, I can tell. And Emma, what's the most frustrating thing about your husband's hobby?
Oh, there's so many. I suppose the frustrating thing for us as like with working together, we're both quite used to being in control and in charge. So for Warhammer, Mark was used to being someone who people listen to. Outside of Warhammer, I'm used to being someone who people listen to. So for him, he will say to me, and so he's not used to people arguing back, whereas I will go, okay, I don't think that's a good idea. This is why I don't think that's a good idea. Really not used to that at all. So that's probably the biggest frustration for both of us is we're both used to being the one that makes the decisions and having, kind of that pushback from each other.
But I'm pretty sure if I asked him who makes the decisions, he would say, my wife makes the decisions and I'm very happy with every single one of them. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he would.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he said one day, I wear the pants, but she says what colour.
Yeah, only if I tell him it's okay, that's right.
That's it. Yeah, only if I say it's okay to wear pants.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, congratulations, Brynley, on wearing pants today.
Thanks, guys.
Most of the time in our house, I put pants on.
Yeah, well, Lisa was coming over. I'm just like, I have to wear pants.
That doesn't want to be awkward.
Yeah, we agreed to wear clothes, so.
That's all right. It's just great to see pants on the Ken doll for a change. So,
see this booty? Yeah.
So my next question is probably going to be like a little bit rough. So I appreciate your patience and honesty. Women in Warhammer. Why is there such a sort of like a stigma on the whole? If you're in Warhammer and you're a female, then you must be a feminist. And it's crazy. I'm going to send you a whole bunch of memes of large ladies in Khorne bloodbound armor and all that sort of stuff. What's the go? Somebody go first.
I think first of all, we probably need to say that there's a big difference between being a feminist and a feminazi.
Mm-hmm.
So, like for me, I'm a feminist, but I'm also more than happy.
Hang on 1 second. Sorry, hun, can you make me a sandwich, please? Sorry. Yep, carry on.
But I'm also more than happy to see.
Go for it.
Happy to see models with, scantily clad women. So, I don't have an issue with that. Whereas there are obviously some women out there who are having issues with the fact that Space Marines are all men, and how they can tell that when they're, I'm not sure, but apparently they can, and, to an issue.
Okay. And Jemma, you were the only female competing in this year's Masters. Why don't we have more females in the top 10?
I think we just need to have more females playing the game. Unfortunately, I'm pretty. There's only one other girl that plays up here, and before that, I don't remember really much at all.
Yeah, you can
So
start.
I think we're definitely a minority in this. So it is harder for us to get, higher up in the ranks when there's only very few of us playing the game. So it's really hard to say why there isn't many in the top 16 when there's probably only 3 or 4 that I know that actually play the game now. And there's hundreds of you fellas playing. So we have to try and beat all of you fellas before we can.
But it's hard though, because all the females I see play would beat me. Like, you would wipe the floor with me.
We'll have to have a game then. See how.
No way. I don't need that embarrassment on my record. All right. All right. I don't want to be the first game that I ever put on one of our casts to be me getting absolutely slaughtered by one of the best players in Australia. No, thank you.
Barely beat me.
I think
women
realise that men are just sore losers, and if we stepped in there and took over their game, they'd all just run off crying.
I think we
don't want to be cruel.
Yeah, we're pretty salty.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of salt.
I'm not a sore loser. I'm just really stubborn.
It's really stubborn. But like, in saying that, like, there is some really one of my big hobby heroes is Victoria Lamb, who's won countless Slayer swords and is the CEO of Victoria Miniatures and has done a whole bunch of other really amazing stuff. Phenomenal painter, really good gamer as well. But yeah, she was a big hobby hero for me back in the 90s and 2000s. So if you're listening to this, Victoria, please get in contact with us. We'd love to chat with you.
Yeah, well, and I'm the same. Like on Twitter, there's somebody that we follow that AUSHAMMER follows called Hobbyistgirl. And some of her minis are to die for. I would amputate my foot with a tablespoon for her to paint one of my armies sometimes. Like, I just see them and think, oh my god.
Yeah.
And they're so good. Actually, Hobbyistgirl. Go check her out on Twitter, everybody.
Yeah. And there's this girl, how do we... I follow on Instagram called Evelina. She does these amazing Zinch artworks and miniatures. Her wet blending is phenomenal, and the designs, like, she's done Night Titans with amazingly intricate designs all over the armor plating. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, and you can't even paint a fucking Hurricanum, so you know.
Well, I haven't done much.
So just with the 3 ladies that we've got here tonight, we've got tournament organising, top 10 playing, and we've also got hobby art and painting as well. So, I mean, spanning most of the hobby, how do we actually get more females involved? Like, because personally, I don't really care if you're a man or a woman. I just want to throw some dice. But
yeah, what got you guys into the hobby? Like, what got you guys interested and to the point that you're at now, where you're committed enough to continue probably doing this hobby for many, many years? Like, what's got you to this point?
I like just having a creative outlet, honestly. Like, I think I had a big creative outlet when I was in high school, but it's because you had to take, art as a hobby, and I loved it. Then you get out of that and you have life, and you suddenly lose this creative outlet. And just to come home and have something to do and to make something beautiful, I really like doing that. And I think that, I know, a lot of the other women that I've spoken to who have, I guess, been dragged into it by their partners have always said that they got into it because of the painting side of it. Like, they like creating something, they like painting something, they like to express themselves. And if I was going to start, like, that's me personally, if I was going to start trying to get more people in it, I'd be like, oh, hey, look, just come paint. Don't worry about gaming at the moment. Just come paint. See if you like doing it. You know what? You've got this beautiful army that you've painted up. Do you want to see how you can actually use it to make this guy cry?
Do you prefer the miniatures that are available in the 40k and the Age of Sigmar range, as opposed to other miniatures such as, let's say, like Infinity or Malifaux?
My Infinity one keeps falling off the base, so I'm a little bit upset with my Infinity one.
Yeah.
I like the Malifaux, but I like painting slutty girls, I would say.
Yeah. So yes, she does.
I do. I like painting slutty girls.
We'll post pictures, I promise. Pictures will be posted.
I think I got dragged into Warhammer because my partner was like, oh, he started me off the Dark Elder by saying they were emo space pirates. And lots of slutty girls. And I was like, I can paint emo space pirates. But no, I don't know. I like looking at different models, and I guess every single different model range has something else to offer, or something different than another range to offer. And I like to go online and look for different ranges and look for different miniatures. And it sucks that a lot of the ones that I find that I do want to paint are overseas, and to get them sent over would cost me $100 for like a 3 centimeter mini. So a lot of the ones that I would like to paint, I can't paint. But Warhammer is just so readily available, and they do actually have some really nice sculpts to paint.
So there's a question here from Clan Filth, which is probably Liam, you salty bastard. Favorite model in general, Elisa?
Favorite model that I've painted, or favorite model just
either that you'd like to paint or that you have painted.
Oh, I need to find it. There's this one that I found online, and it's a I think 55 millimeter, but it's this half naked chick, like kind of laying like this against this violin, and I saw it and looked really.
It's really weird. I've got a photo of Brynley doing that exact same thing.
I'm pretty sure the miniature was
the model.
Yeah, I think
he was like, paint me like one of your French girls. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Or paint me like one of your hairy German ladies. I don't know.
I know, it looked really, really pretty. Out of all the ones I've painted, my favourite one that I've painted has been the Guild of Harmony Ariel.
Okay, you got pictures of that, don't you?
Yeah.
We got some pictures of that.
We will definitely have to get some. And Emma, what's as far as the hobby goes, what's been your favourite moment so far? Because you've been all over the world and everything's thanks to your husband's hobby. I mean, you being dragged into making sure that it's done right. What's been your highlight so far?
My highlight is one of the events that we run, which is a road trip down to country WA, and it's down in Albany. And I just love it because it's not necessarily about the game. It's about building that community, and it's about having, come together and socialize and learn about each other and create that community and create connections. A whole heap of wanky bullshit, but it's really good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's what it comes down to. It's good fun.
Yeah, fair enough. And Jemma, for you, I mean, you're probably the most competitive out of all of us here. You're definitely the most skilled. What's the highlight of the hobby for you?
Definitely playing. Playing's definitely. I love painting and putting together, but playing is my favourite of all time. But I like the atmosphere too. You just go in there and you can either be really competitive or you can just have fun, and everyone accepts that. It's just such an accepting community, and I think that's why I like it so much, because you can go in there and everyone's the same. Like, they're either there to have fun, or you can be competitive if you want to, and they're all in the same room and we all get along, and like that's what I've found in the past anyway. And I think that's why I like it so much, because I know I'm going to go there and I'm just going to have the most amount of fun. And if I do well at the tournament, that's even better, because I do get a bit competitive. I will say that right now. Like, I mean, if you're going to go to a tournament, sometimes you do really want to go there to do well. Other times, the second day of Masters, I knew even if I had won those games, I probably wasn't going to get, close to the top. So I was like, let's just relax and have a bit of fun, talk some shit with the fellas, and I end up asking them what they do for a living instead of going, hey, are you sure that's 3 inches over there? Because I don't know whether you can actually do that. So
is that 20 inches over there?
Unfortunately not.
Not like that.
So, all right. One more question, and we'll start with you if you don't mind, Emma. Has to have to some degree Warhammer involvement. Romantic night. what would it consist of? You have to use Warhammer in there somewhere.
To be honest, the most romantic night we could probably have would be to not talk about Warhammer at all, because our whole life revolves around Warhammer. So it'd be amazing to have a night where we weren't talking about it or doing something for it. But if we were having a romantic night that had to involve Warhammer, then it would be painting terrain, because as much as he complains about it and bitches and moans about doing terrain, I actually quite enjoy sitting there together and getting the terrain ready for the events and building stuff and painting it. And yeah, it is quite a nice bonding moment. Yeah.
So Michael, I know you're listening to this. Put down the plastic, pull out the Titanic movie, stick it on the big TV, make some popcorn, and no plastic. No plastic.
No plastic.
I've been wanting to watch Die Hard with him for the last 3 nights, and he keeps going, oh, I just need to cut this off a sprue. Like, it's Die Hard. Seriously, he should make an effort for Die Hard, really.
Bloody straight. It's not even the Christmas period until you've seen that dude crawl through those ventilations and chuck a bad guy off the fucking roof. Damn straight. Jemma, what about you? Romantic night has to have Warhammer in there somewhere.
Was that at me? Sorry, you cut out then.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would probably like to play a game of Shadespire.
Candlelit Shadespire.
Yeah, I love it. It's really good. Unfortunately, I haven't had that many games because I've been getting ready for Masters, so I feel like I need to get amongst that now. Probably Michael cooking me dinner, if that's possible.
Hey, this is AUSHAMMER. Anything's bloody possible, all right? I'll message the guy a roast chicken recipe or something.
You can make whatever demands you want on this show. It probably might not happen, but
No, it will happen. If you make the demand now, that's it. It's on film. He's got to do it.
Yeah,
Yes,
well, I
it's now.
feel sorry for me, and he should deliver us some meals here while we have a game of Shadespire.
That's a massive ask.
Yeah, it is. And I lost some. He's probably a bit pissed at me, but, I could only hope. But, yeah, that would be awesome. A game of Shadespire. And then maybe a few drinks. Always got to incorporate a few drinks in there together. And listening to a podcast of some description would be pretty nice. Maybe a candle in there just for the romantic bit.
Oh, no. That's what you need. The candles going.
Yeah. Nothing beats a little bit of candlelight and some blood for the blood god. I mean, they just go so well together.
Yeah.
Just a dim light and some Noble's rot. Oh.
Ryan's favorite.
Yeah, totally. No, you know what my favorite is? Painted Hurricaneums. Lisa, you're up. What's cracking, buddy? Come on.
We have some pretty good nights, like painting together. Actually, I don't know, as a romantic night, I think it's pretty good. Like, we just sit next to each other and we paint, and he lets me have the good light.
Oh my god, dude, that is under the thumb.
Right, a really, really shit light. And he lets me have the good light. I really think that's really romantic.
Good job, man. I like that.
That's it. So what do you love most about your partner? Oh my gosh, he lets me have the good light.
That's important in a relationship. The other person first.
Especially when they're both painters.
Yeah.
Dude.
Both painters. And you're both sitting next to each other trying to paint.
Yeah. And we're gonna have nice light art.
But it's really we always have like a painting TV show, and this is gonna sound really, really horrible on my part, but I've never actually seen Supernatural before. And so he let me watch Supernatural. So
I cannot believe you just admitted that.
It's the good life and having huge discussions about Sam and Dean. That was fun.
How good is Wayward Son? I love that song.
I was hoping one of their mums would have been part of tonight's episode.
So, for me, obviously, it would be I can't remember the name of that movie where she's doing the pottery and the ghost is behind her doing the pottery with her.
Ghost.
The name. Ghost.
Yeah, cool. So it'd be that one. I'd be painting my mini, and because my hand's like, Brynley would be my ghost. Hey, buddy, you'd be my ghost. Yeah.
I think I worry
Actually,
about us. They're just like, I'm pretty sure they're gay. They're just waiting for us to be like, yeah, we're gonna go fishing up this mountain. Oh,
wait, I voted yes. All right. So,
hammer?
They're gonna
yeah,
write
that's it.
letters and put them in your fishing tackle boxes, and you won't read them.
Yeah, we won't read them because we're not actually fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that. So, what I love the most about my partner is that she, although she's like, "Are you playing with your little plastic man again?" And I'm like, "Yes, honey. Look at my little plastic man." She's like, "You enjoy your little plastic men." She's like, "Do you want plastic men for Christmas?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want plastic men." She's like, "I'm going to get you some plastic men for Christmas." And I know she doesn't. She's like, she doesn't see what I enjoy about it, all that. But she always lets me have my fun, and she's always willing to just be like, "Yeah, go do what you want to do. Go get what you want to get." And if it wasn't for her, I definitely wouldn't have the most as much fun as I do, and I wouldn't have all the plastic man that I've got. So, honey, if you're watching this and not Coronation Street, thank you. Love you lots. And yeah, that's it. And that wasn't to you, Brynley. I meant my real partner. You're just my piece on the side, Brynley. Sorry, mate.
Side bitch. That's your side bitch.
I'm wondering what you want for Christmas for all that such a suck up there.
I want the Grand Alliance Death box that just came out.
You want a Brynley to paint your Hurricaneum and then do something
Yeah.
like this?
Yeah. No, there's only 2 chances of Brynley actually ever finishing that Hurricaneum. Shit, fuck all. Like that's it.
I'm gonna spend the next week reposing one of your wizards, so he's like this on your Hurricaneum.
Dude, I wouldn't care. I'd just be stoked that you finished it.
And he's gonna give it a really, really bad paint job too.
In fact, Lisa, just take it with you and finish it off for him. God, it's never going to be bloody
Gold
done
on
this,
it.
right?
There's 2 colours.
Yeah, it's got gold and black.
One colour away from being tabletop ready.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I gave him that mini in like 1998 or something.
I'm just gonna stick like the retributed gold in my mouth and just spit it on the miniature, and then we'll call it art and be done for the day.
Well, why not? That's how you did the rest of my Stormcast.
Yeah.
I gave him a bottle, and all he had to do was put it in a metho bath, and he's had it for like 4 months now, and it still has colour on it.
It's right there.
Yeah.
It's right there. We can even see it.
So before I rage out at Brynley on livecast, the last thing that I'd like to ask the 3 of you to do is just a shout out to any of the other ladies in the hobby that might be out there, or an encouragement to some that may be considering it. What would you have to say to one of the sisters that may be thinking about getting into the hobby?
Just give it a go. Like I don't understand why there's such a stereotype with it, with the other halves maybe. And not saying that in a mean way. It's just how, come down and just spend one night, even if it's just for supporting your partner. Come down and see why they have so much fun. And it is a really good atmosphere. Like, we're all just dorky people. I was gonna say dorky guys, but I'm not a guy really. So
you can be whatever you want. That's all good.
Yeah,
2017, we can't judge.
Having fun together, and you'd be surprised. Like, it is so much fun. Like, half the time I just talk shit on a Thursday night and just roll some dice, and it is great. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I just make fun of people. Like, we all make fun of one another.
The people aren't scary in the store. Like, I think the first time I went into a shop, I was like, oh, these people are nice, don't worry. Because I was thinking, oh, all these people are going to be, all these guys who've never seen a girl before in their life, and they just want to talk to me. And they're going to be
hang on. Some of those people have never seen a girl in their life. Let's be straight up. Come on.
Let's be honest.
And they don't know how to talk.
If I were like one sleazy guy, everybody I know who's really, really nice.
Yeah.
And really friendly, and all they want to do is like talk to you like you're a mate, and just be like, oh hey, what are you doing this week? Oh, that's cool, I'll show you what I'm doing, and just like make friends.
Yeah, now you're friends with that sleazy mate.
No, I don't talk to him anymore. Oh, you?
Excuse me.
No.
You poor thing. You poor thing. And what about you, Emma?
Yeah, I think the same thing. Like, the idea that you have in your mind about what the events are going to be like or what the game night is going to be like, that everyone is really friendly and supportive and inclusive, and and they all will go out of their way to actually support you and to welcome you, and to help you along with the rules, or to to make it a fun day or a fun night for you. So yeah, like Jemma said, if you're not sure, you don't actually have to play. Just come in and check it out, and then maybe next time we'll see you playing. But definitely, you're welcome to come along.
100%. Well, from Brynley and I, thank you very much to the three of you for joining us. Emma, thank you very much, because I know that you put a massive amount of effort into the tournaments that that Michael's organising as well, and without you then standing there beside him, I don't know how those tournaments would turn out. So thank you very much. It's really awesome. And Jemma, thank you for to me, I see you as kind of a bit of a pioneer when it comes to competitive gaming, especially. I mean, there's lots of females that that game and everything, but to rock up the Masters the other day with Brynley and meet you and say hi was bloody awesome. And I am never ever going to play you because I would get my ass kicked. And also, Lisa, thank you in advance for all the minis that you've already promised to paint for free just for showing on the show. I've got some free guild here that need rebasing as well, so I'll send those your way. Otherwise, Brynley's cat will just eat them. So
yeah, he looks like the type who eats miniatures.
He is pretty stupid.
Yeah, but no, thank you very much for showing up and talking with us tonight for Ladies' Night. Again, the that Guess That Booty, that was unexpected.
That was terrifying.
That was fun.
So, we're tossing up whether or not we actually post these ones on our page or not.
Yeah, I think we might be breaking a Facebook law or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still scarred. It's going to take me a few days.
I can't believe they actually guessed them. Like,
I'm sorry, the
I can.
Yeah.
And yeah, so finally, we'll have a bunch of links down at the bottom of our video tonight, and they'll be linking you to a few things. Some of the NZ stuff, the Heralds of War website's on there as well. The carry case will be on there as well. I'd also definitely invite anybody that's listening to check out Objective Secured. Some of the work that's happening over there on that side of Australia is just amazing, and Brynley and I really hope to get over there soon as well. I've got a match I really want to have with Doom and Darkness when I'm over there as well. Try and kick some butt there. And yeah, just find us on Facebook, find us on the Twitter sphere or whatever it's called these days. Thank you to everybody on Twitter, by the way. I think we beat like 6,500 followers or something now, so thank you very much.
Really good.
Please support the community, show up at your local events, show up at your local clubs and stuff as well. Toowoomba, the Heralds of War team as well, check them out on Facebook, on their website, and everywhere else. You guys are pretty well covered as well, so thank you very much. And we will also be posting up some pictures of Lisa's minis that really are going to make Brynley's look like shit. So we could even put them next to each other and compare it. But yeah, so
positive note, during this show, we've just ticked over 300 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Thank you for everyone who's subscribing to us. Very, very happy. It's very exciting.
Yeah, if you could all if everybody could just leave a comment on our video saying Brynley, hurry the fuck up with his hurricanum so he stops talking about it.
Or you can send me money and I'll deliberately delay the process to annoy Ryan.
Yeah, one day everyone's going to be like, hey, wasn't Brynley on that cast for AUSHAMMER as well? Oh shit, didn't you hear? Yeah, no, Ryan put him in hospital. It was pretty bad.
Also, if someone wants to give me some like high quality resin, we're pretty tempted just to encase the painted hurricanum in resin. You can just move it around at the block.
How do you mute this again? Where are you? All right, ladies, thank you very much for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
No, thank you for coming. It was definitely really awesome to have you guys on. And you definitely stole the show. Brynley and I don't think we're going to be able to do a show as cool as this now. We've had Christmas hats and everything, so.
It is a lot.
Alrighty, guys. Have a good night. Everyone that's watching, thank you very much for participating tonight, and we will see you all again next week.
Love you all.
Awesome.